dot text. You see what I'm doing by SPL? I'm splitting the windows, creating a new file called as GVIM nodes dot text. So it has created a new file. There are two things you see here. One is blinking mode, that is called as escape mode. Blinking GVIM modes. Blinking mode is called as escape mode. One is the insert mode. Whatever I'm typing now is I'm in insert mode. You see now my cursor is not blinking, so it is in insert mode. So that is a one single line is how we say. Insert mode is where we can type in code. Escape mode is where you can, what you can do here, we can search for a pattern, then we can copy lines, paste lines. Then what else you can do? You can remove a word, delete a word, delete lines, move from one file to another file in the same window to another window. There are a lot of things you can do. For example, the first thing, let's say we want to search for the pattern. While in insert mode, I can't do it. I can't search because whatever you do, it will automatically come into your code. Let's say I want to search. Ideally, I should use backslash, but it will come like this. I mean forward slash. It will come. To do this, what I should do is I should press escape. Escape. So to get into, to move, to go to escape mode, press escape button. Okay, to move to, while you are in escape mode, to move to insert mode, press insert, press I key, okay, or insert button. There will be insert key in the mouse, in the keyboard, that you can press. Now I am in escape mode. To insert, I have to press I, so I can insert. Using arrows, I can move from one place to other place, up and down, all that you can do, right? Now let us say we are in escape mode. Now I want to search for a pattern. I want to search a pattern by name lines. Where all lines is there? So all I have to do is, first I should be in escape mode, then type forward slash lines. I have to type, you see, insert whatever you're typing in doesn't come here. It will come automatically in the down lines. You see, it will automatically highlight where all lines is present. Now next thing is, let us say we want to search a pattern and replace it with new pattern. Instead of lines, let's say I want to keep words. Okay, what I have to do is, again there is a different mode I have to do. For that, what you have to do is go to escape mode, type colon, then do percentage G slash old word SS slash SS new word G. Okay, this is how we should do it. Now percentage G, not percentage G slash old. What is the old word? Lines is the old word. SS. Let us say I want to replace this with words G. You see, automatically wherever lines is there, it is getting replaced with words. So what is that I have done? I have typed in colon G lines S words G. There are many options to do this. All you have to do is you need to explore. You just go to the Google and explore these options. You'll see how to replace a word in Vim, in GVIM. So it will tell you many options to do that. The best thing is you have to choose not this one, edit commands. Let's say it will tell you replace word. I think we are in, this is fine. How to search and replace. So this is another, again another option you can do, percentages. So you just do Google, it will automatically tell you what all things you can do. So that is about replacing. Now let's say I did that and I did this change and I want to revert back to the old change. Just in the escape mode, while you are in escape mode, type U. Automatically it will move back to the previous change. Again do U, it will move back to the previous change. U, again it will move back to the earlier change. Let's say you want to again revert back, you want to move forward, control R, control R, control R. So it will do the forward do. Right? Let's say again U and forward control R will keep moving, will give you option to do undo or do the redo the changes. Right? Now how do I copy the lines? Let's say I want to copy these 4 lines, 1 2 3. Now before that, how do I set numbers? Type colon SCNU. You see numbers will come. Let's say I want to copy 4 lines, yank 3 y 3. What is that I'm doing? Y 3 to copy 3 lines plus current line. So totally how many lines? If I do y3, totally it will copy 4 lines. Now I want to paste them somewhere. Let's say I want to paste them here. Just type, you should be in escape mode and type P. So it will automatically paste those 4 lines. Let's say I want to remove this line, DD. Double D will remove that line. Let's say I want to remove 3 lines, D2. Y2 will copy the lines, D2 will remove the lines. Again, those whatever lines you have deleted, they are stored in your buffer. You can paste them wherever you want to paste them. You go there, just say P, automatically it will paste those lines. So this is how we can explore the tool further. GVIM further. So what is the next thing you want to do? Paste the lines. Let's say I want to only delete a word. You go to that word, you move the word cursor to that word, just do DW, means delete word. DW will do what? Delete word. Let's say I want to go to I want to paste the word. Let's say I deleted this word. I want to paste somewhere else. DW, go to the place where you want to paste it. Just say P, it will paste there. Let's say you don't want to do these 2 steps. Do U, it will automatically move back to the original step. Let's say I want to go to the beginning of file. Percentage 0 will take you to the 0th line. Percentage dollar, and not percentage, I mean colon. Wherever I'm saying percentage, treat it as colon. Dollar will take you to the end of the file. Let's say you want to go to the 10th line. Again colon, type 10. Right? These are things you can do. Move from one file to another. Let's say I want to open another file, shortcut.sv, something, shortcut.txt. So I have to do what? SPL. Let's say I want to do vertical split. I want to view them vertically. So vsplit, vspl, one.txt. It will open in a vertical manner. Let's say now, once you have coded these things, how do I save these files? There are 3 ways to save the files. Saving files in GVIM. Again, for everything, Google is the best source. You can any doubts you have, you can refer to the Google to get the immediate way of how to use them. Right? So one is called as WQ. Means what this will do is exactly this is what you should do. WQ inverse. You see colon, escape mode, be in escape mode, type colon. Mean how do you type colon? Shift the button, right? Then immediately type WQ exclamation mark. Means what you are telling is save the file. W means save, Q means quit. Then this means override any changes. Even if someone else has opened the same files and they have some other changes, override any other changes in some other location to this same file. So to do this, we do this way. Let us say I have opened GVIM node somewhere else also. I can open some other place also, right? I mean, I can go to create SV examples. I can open GVIM file through some other means also. Now there is another way. Now I want to quit. So how do I do that? WQ inverse. So it will automatically quit. You see this GVIM nodes file will automatically go off now. It went off. Now what if I want to reopen? Again same thing. SPL GVIM nodes text. If it is in different folder, I have to go by that folder. Let's say it is in different folder, a previous folder, I have to choose that specific folder. Either you can go back using dot dot, you can go into that folder using the folder name slash. So it opens up. Now there is other way called as I don't want to quit, I just want to save. That is using W inverse. Type colon, then only type W inverse. Save but don't quit. But do not quit. The file will be still be open. Now let us say I have done some changes. I want to save them. W inverse. I don't want to, let's say I don't want to save the changes and I want to quit. So Q. Q inverse will do what? Don't save. Control R. Quit. So this is how we can, right? Sometimes what if I type only W or Q? If I type only Q, what happens is if there is any changes, it won't quit. It will not quit. For example, I have done changes here. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm doing Q. It won't quit because no write since last change. So you have to add this thing to ensure that it overwrites. It will not quit. Now I did saving, right? Now to move from one folder, moving from one file to another file in same window. I mean, whatever you see here, 4 files are there. I want to move from one file to another file. How do I do that? Control W, press Control plus W, same time. Control W, sorry. That should be done in escape mode. Then use up and down arrows. So what I have to do? I'm in escape mode now. Control W. You see, again Control W, this one. Now the problem is, you see the window is very small here, so I want to expand it. Again do what? Control W, Shift minus. Means I have to basically do Shift minus, that means underscore. To expand a window, do what again? Control plus W, then Shift minus. Shift with minus. Now I want to make everything uniform. All 4 windows same size. Control W plus equal to, that's what it is, to make all windows uniform size. Control W equal to, no shift or nothing here, equal to, press equal to into. You see, I went to this folder. Now I want to make everything uniform. Control W equal to. I want to make this again big. Control W Shift minus. Like this I can do. I can save it. Whatever I want to do, I can do. Then what else you want to learn? Let's say I have some 20 lines here. Starting from here to here, I want to copy the files. Copy these lines. How many lines are there? 20 lines are there. Now we are in this line. So to copy 20 lines, I have to do Y19. So it has copied. So it says in the down 20 lines, and means copied. I want to move to the shortcut. Again, make it big. Paste it. If I paste it, what will happen is the paste will start from the below line. You see, line number 2. What if I want to start from pasting from line number 1? Do Shift P. Capital P means it pastes from the same line itself. Like this I can do. Now I can save it. I can again move back to this directory. Like this, lot of things, lot of options you can explore. Let's say I want to search lines. I want to change only that word. To do that, CW. Go to a word. To change a word, go to word. Type CW in escape mode. then you type new word. Okay. Let's say it comes in two lines, you want to make them in single line. What you have to do is shift J. Shift J will put everything in single line. Let's say I want to add merge multiple lines, shift J will do that. I want to undo them, I can do U. What is shift J do? Shift J is doing, it is putting all the line, merging next line into the same line. Let's say you are in escape mode here and you want to start print typing in from next line, so do O. It will automatically take cursor to the next line beginning, like this. So this is a quick summary of how to use GVIM and all this thing. And what other things? How to use the course material, right? So this is the next aspect of thing. So the course material comes as, I hope you would have explored course material by now. So you can see that course material comes in different folders. So in the system verilog, if you go, you will see system verilog course material. So there are a lot of folders and different documents, different examples that are being provided as part of the course material. One is different projects that we develop as part of the course. One is VIP code, one is Ethernet loopback design code, one is memory controller code, one is basic digital design documents, one is memory controller document, different documents. Now in the initial few weeks of the course, you don't need to explore these things. Where you have to start is with these three examples, or this fourth example as well. I mean, if you know how to create a simple example, you don't need this folder at all. Now go to the system verilog documents. You see there are three documents. One is a system verilog notes, which basically talks about how to, I mean, basics only about syntax, system verilog syntax. A quick overview of syntax, what is meant by randomization, what all constructs are there, how to create simple examples, and how to elaborate them. Those kind of examples it will talk about. Then the second folder, that is system verilog for verification. It is a document that it's a book written by Chris Pierce. This book need to be explored when you after learning system verilog basic constructs. Then the third document, that is 18002012. This is the system verilog language reference manual. This is the document which has everything about system verilog, but it's a very long document. So it need to be referred only when you have lot of any doubts that you are not able to clarify from these two documents. So now how do we start approaching this using these documents? What you have to do is, first of all, refer to any book, let's say system verilog notes, or for that matter go to this document LRM. You go to the introduction or contents, it will list down what all things a system verilog language has. So what you have to do is write down these headlines. For example, immediately when I am trying to prepare this system verilog, what is that comes to my mind is, if I take system verilog, first thing is what? Data types, operators, literals, okay, then classes, then you come across processes, then we come across arrays, then we list down functional coverage, then we list down constraints and randomization. So why we are listing down is, idea is to learn a construct and how to use the construct. For example, if I want to learn class, again I need to write down what all things a class is about. Class is about object oriented programming. What is object oriented programming? Inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, then local, protected, some basic things, whatever you remember, you write down about those things. Now, since I know system verilog, I can write immediately. What if student doesn't know anything of those things? So what he has to do is, he has to refer to one of these three documents. The best way to start with is, go to this language reference manual itself. Quickly go to the folder, go to that index where class is defined. Go to these topics. You see here you can see what all things you need to learn as part of class. So just copy paste these things. Why we are doing this exercise is, you should be able to create simple examples on how to define a class, how to define a virtual class, virtual methods, how to define a polymorphism, everything. And you should be able to run those examples using the QuestaSim tool. In the previous slides, in the previous sessions, we have seen how do we understand polymorphism. I mean, how to define Ethernet class, Ethernet packet class, then how to define a method virtual, how to demonstrate polymorphism through an example. The reason we are listing down all these constructs is we don't want to miss out any of the constructs during our preparation. So if you refer to this LRM document, it will automatically list down what all things that need to be covered when you are preparing for system Verilog classes. So you don't need to read each and every line, but you can read only if you have enough time. The whole idea is, let's say I go to class definition. You should be able to define a simple class like this, and you should be able to instantiate this packet in a topmost module, and you should be able to use the tool to run that example. That's the whole idea. This kind of example you should do for all the possible things in the classes. I mean, let's say we are talking about constraints. You should be knowing how to write a constraint, what are the different ways in which you can write constraints, and how to write task and functions, what is meant by static task, static function. This is just an example of a class. How to use all those things. You should be able to do those things by referring to these documents. So in summary, when you go to the system Verilog documents, this document LRM has everything that will be there in this system Verilog for verification and system Verilog notes. Let's say you don't have enough time. In that case, you need to refer to this system Verilog notes. You go to a specific page, you read the page, then you understand that what all things literal values is about. You come up with your own way of creating a simple example on how to understand that tool, understand that variable, understand that syntax using that tool. As we go forward with the course, you will see how do we do this simple example, how do we create these simple examples for different constructs in system Verilog. Same guidelines you can follow in your code as well. Now, for example, you come to arrays topic. It will talk about how to create simple arrays. Now, you should be able to read this document, create a simple example like the way we did in our case. For example, in our system Verilog April 15 batch, we have created simple examples on how to create associative arrays. In this case, for example, we would have defined how to define an associative array, how to use associative array, how to use the different methods of associative array. This kind of knowledge, I mean, this kind of maturity you should get when you are learning a language. I mean to say, you open a document, you understand what is a feature is about, you read that feature, you understand how do I understand, I mean, how do we learn that feature using tool. To do that, you should be able to create this kind of a simple example, and you should be able to run that using the tool. So more of this you learn as we go forward with the course. Now the last thing in the agenda is Ethernet loopback design video. So what we do is we use Ethernet loopback design as a simple design towards learning system Verilog language constructs. So in this video, what we are going to, the video that will be shared on YouTube with all students, it's a 2 hours video covering complete flow, starting from basic top module coding till we generate scenario, drive scenario to the design, check the dump, pass fail status, everything. I mean, we also develop reference model, develop a simple reference model, checker, all those things we do in the 2 hours session, so that you can refer to the 2 hours video and get the complete flow. Now what is the significance of sharing this video is, once after going through this video for multiple times, you should be able to set up this whole exercise yourself in whatever we have done. I mean, you should be able to set up a directory, create a topmost module, then you should be able to come up with the directory structure, then create a program block, then create environment, then create subblocks, then creating test cases, then how to run a test case, how to load everything in, load things to tool, then running test cases. So all those things are explained in a short video in 2 hours duration. You should be able to do this thing yourself after the going through after going through this video, right? So that's the reason we are sharing this video with you. Please ensure that this video is not shared with anyone. It has been done to ensure that the students benefit. So if you start sharing this with other people, we will have to ensure, I mean, we may not be able to share it with the future batches, so you end up affecting the future batches. So please ensure that it is only used for yourself. So it will be kept, this access is kept for multiple long duration, so that you have option to view the video multiple times, and you should be able to do this complete flow yourself without trainer guidance. I mean, you can always approach us for your queries, but any basic doubts, how to create a test case, how to pass test case as input, how to debug the things, how to check whether test is passing or failing, all those basic queries will be cleared in this 2 hour session. So this completes a basic steps about how to use the tool, how to create a project, how to use GVIM, and a very basic example about a simple test bench example. Okay, please do come back to us for any other queries. This video is the copyright of VLSI Guru Training Institute, Bangalore. All data and information contained in this e-learning video is confidential and proprietary information of VLSI Guru Training Institute. This video access is offered with a trust on every student. We hope student reciprocates the trust by ensuring video access is not misutilized. This video e-learning module is for exclusive and personal use of the individual that purchased this module from VLSI Guru Institute. VLSI Guru Institute licenses this module for personal use only, and any other use is prohibited, which includes recording, distributing, sharing, or any other training purpose. And any violations of this agreement will result in legal action. This video is the copyright of VLSI Guru Training Institute, Bangalore. All data and information contained in this e-learning video is confidential and proprietary information of VLSI Guru Training Institute. This video access is offered with a trust on every student. We hope student reciprocates the trust by ensuring video access is not misutilized. This video e-learning module is for exclusive and personal use of the individual that purchased this module from VLSI Guru Institute. VLSI Guru Institute licenses this module for personal use only, and any other use is prohibited, which includes recording, distributing, sharing, or any other training purpose. And any violations of this agreement will result in legal action. So today let us understand how to use GVIM commands. First, how to open a file. To open a file, let's say I go to this directory, right click and edit Vim. Right. Already there is some existing, along with that you have to open, you can do that. Let's say I want to open a new file. For that, split is a command. I'm trying to split the thing. Let's say I want to open a new file by name one.txt. Let's say I'll open. So to move across these are the things we want to do. Opening a file, how to close a file, moving around the file, how to enable syntax, how to insert, how to delete, how to search, how to change and replace, how to yank and paste, making function for repetitive operation. Now we have seen how to open a file. There are two things you can do in opening file. Open a new file, split existing file to open new file. In that you can do two things: vertical split, horizontal split. What does that mean? If I have to open, let's say here, V split means vertical split, 2.txt. So you see 2 dot text and 1 dot, they have split vertically. If I say 3 dot text, it will split horizontal. By default it is horizontal. If I say vertical, V split, V SPL. For 4 dot text, it will split that. Accordingly, keep splitting. I mean, if you give vertical, V by default is horizontal. Now how to move across the file? So next thing is what? How to closing files we see moving around the file. Let's see, moving around the file means one is moving to a different line in same file, different line in same file. Okay, let us say in this file I want to move to different file. So we'll be referring to one website where we'll get all the information from moving around the VI. So there are symbols like H, L, J, K. H, L, J, K. H means left arrow. If I am here, let's say I want to move. There are basically VIM works in 2 modes: insert mode or escape mode. Works in 2 modes: insert or escape mode. Escape is when escape mode is achieved when we press escape. Insert mode is achieved when we press I or O. I means insert, O means it inserts in the next line. I means insert in the current, insert where cursor is present currently, present now. O means insert from the beginning of next line. Now let us say I was in insert mode. Now I'm in escape mode. So escape mode, how do you figure out? Blinking, the cursor blinking will tell you that it's now. You see it's not blinking. I mean, it's a single line blinking, cursor blinking as a solid block. That is insert escape mode. Whereas cursor blinking as a, you see now it is blinking as solid, it is a escape mode. Cursor blinking as a line, that is insert mode. Now I am in escape mode. You can see it's blinking in a solid, as a solid block. Now let us say I want to insert. I want to give number. How do we give numbering? Giving numbering. Give numbering. How do you do? Set. You have to go to escape mode. Go to escape mode. Then say set num. Or also you can do SCNE. This should be done only in the escape mode. Now set num. So number scale. Now I want to start writing in the next line. So I'm in escape mode. What does it say? Insert from the beginning. So I have to just press O. It goes to the next line, cursor. That is what happens. Now we want to undo. You do U. U means undo. Whatever happened, it will undo. Next, what we want to do? I want to move up and down. That I can do in the escape mode. There are other ways. You can use HL, JK if you want to move across. Move down half screen. Control D. You see, Control D. Control D does what? Move down half screen. Control U, move half screen up. Control F, scroll forward screens. Control F. Full screen it will go off. Please come. Line number 12 it is there. If I do Control F, line number 13 onwards it will come. Like this. Whereas if I do Control D, you will see 7 only will come. I mean, in case of Control D, half only goes up. Control F means full screen goes up. That is what you can see. G will go to the
yes.
Try similarly. You can try 1G. What does 1G does? What does G does? If I does G, let's say G. sorry, Shift G, it goes to the end of the file. 1G, it goes to the beginning of file. So this way you can move across the file. This is very important. Let's say moving, I can't keep moving the cursor every time, right? So these shortcuts will be useful for you. So how do we insert? For inserting the cursor, I open the new line below the current line. No. Open new line above the current line. Like a no. Exit the insert mode. Escape. So these are the 4 modes. Now deleting. Next thing. So again, let's say I want to move to the different file. So how do I do? Opening file, moving to a file opened in same opened in same window. So what I have to do is do control W, control plus W, then move down or up, left, right arrow. So it will move on. So if you see, now I want to move to 2.txt, which is this file. I want to move to 2.txt, control W, up arrow. Let's say I want to move to 1.txt here, control W, right arrow, control W, left arrow, control W, left arrow, it moves. So like this. So that is how you move across the files. Now let's say I moved here, I want to make it big. I mean, it is very small, I want to make that screen very big. So to make a screen big, to make one file take complete screen, do again control W, then do hyphen. Okay, now I want to make it big. Control W minus, sorry, control W, shift minus basically. Shift plus minus. Shift plus minus. If you do, now let's say I want to make 2.txt big. I moved there, control W, shift minus, it became big. Now let's say I want to make 1.txt big. Control W, shift minus. Shift. It has to be control W, shift minus. It's already, or I can use the cursor to move it. It is done. Now how to close the file? Closing file can be two things. Save the file, save the changes and close. Close without saving the changes. Without saving. So how do we do that? Now let's say I have done this change. I don't want to save. So in the go to escape mode. Q exclamation. So it will exit without doing any changes. If I want to do the changes and then if you want to save the changes and exit, WQ this one. So it will exit. You see it will exit. Now I want to open readme.txt. It is opened again. Now I did some changes, but I don't want to quit and save the changes. W inverse. So that saves the changes. How to enable the syntax? Let's say this is a system verilog file. Syntax on. It's a text file, there is no syntax. So for how to enable, in the escape mode, go to escape mode, do syntax on. Inserting we have seen using I. Deleting, again we can see what are different ways of inserting. Okay, inserting we have already seen. Deleting, now what are the things you can do? In the insert there are different ways, are what? O, big O, I, escape. Okay. Now deleting, what are all the delete? You can delete one word, one character, one line, one word, one line, from current cursor position to end of line, from current cursor position to beginning of line. That means, let us say I want to delete or one character or multiple characters. I want to delete. Let's say I want to delete. I go here. I'm in escape mode. All this should be done in escape mode. Should be done in escape mode only. Now I want to delete CHA, 3 characters. So X2, I'll do what? Sorry, 2X. Sorry, I want to delete 3 characters. So for that, X for 1 character, NX for N characters. Let's say I want to delete 4 now from here. 4X. So 4 will go off. Again, if I want to undo, just do U. One word, go to the beginning of word, do DW. What I have to do? DW in escape mode. Everything in escape mode only. Go here, DW. That is gone. Let's say D0 if I do, it will delete till the beginning. So what I have to do? One line, I have to do XX. Double X means that line is gone, or multiple lines. So for one line, XX for one line, D3 for multiple lines, DN will delete, DN will delete, N means number can be 2, 3, anything, will delete N plus 1 lines. Let's say I want to delete these 3 lines, so I have to say D2, so they are gone. Again to undo, I will do U, right? From current cursor position to the end of line. So end of line D dollar, right? D dollar. So if let's say I go here, I want to delete till end of line D dollar. It deletes. From current cursor to the beginning of line, I have to do D0. And pasting this, what I have deleted something, now I want to paste. Whatever you have deleted, whatever we deleted can be pasted using P. Just press P. Let's say I have deleted D0, DW, I deleted. Now I want to paste here, P, so it will come. So the paste will happen where cursor is present. Wherever cursor is present, paste will happen. So here it was D0, right? And if you have deleted one line, paste will paste one line. Paste will paste one line. Why? Similarly for multiple lines or multiple words. Lines or words. Let's say I deleted from here to end, D dollar. Let's say I want to paste here. Just say P. So like this, pasting. Now searching. Many times you have to search in the file where is present. Let's say I want to search where is syntax present. What I have to do is go to escape mode. Again, it should be in the escape mode only. So how do you get escape mode? By pressing escape key. Now I'm in insert mode. I'm pressing escape key. So I'm moving to this line. Now to search syntax, while in escape mode, press forward slash. Then type what you want to word to search. Now what I will do is I'm in escape. I'll press this. I want to search syntax. It will highlight. So there is an option where you can highlight the searches. Sometimes highlight will be off. HL off. Sorry. Highlight off. Highlight off or something. Okay, that's fine. If it doesn't highlight, there is a way to highlight. Now, since I search for syntax, it is enable syntax. Now, how do I go to the next? To go to the next word search. Means same word, but where is next present? Just press N. Press N in escape mode. Now I press N. It goes to line number 27. I again press N. It goes to line number 29. Like this. Then changing and replacing. Let's say wherever syntax is there, I want. Sorry.
One more thing, shift plus 8 is something. All files highlight all. Shift plus 8. shift plus 8. You have to search that word in all the files at a time.
That I'm not sure. We can check that. This is a basic video. Changing and replacing. Let's say wherever syntax is there, I want to replace it with something XYZ. Let's say. Just again go to the escape mode. Colon G, syntax, word to replace, S, double slash, XYZ, let's say. Then G. This you have to press. So wherever syntax is there, it will be replaced. Again, replacing also there is a different ways you can replace. So this we have tried. Change N words, CW. Change entire line, CC. Replacing. While you are searching itself, you can replace. All those things you can see. Changing and replacing, how do you do? Let's say I want to change the word. So what you can do? Change the word at current cursor position. Cursor position. Change the line in current cursor position. Change all the words with same name. So all we'll discuss. Let's say change the current word in current position. You just say go to the beginning of word, go to beginning of word. Just do type CW. All in escape position. Again, everything is in escape position. Now I want to go. I want to do replacing to some ABCD. I went to the beginning of word CW ABC. So I again undo this one. Let's say I want to replace this whole line CC. Type whatever you want. So CW will replace the word. CC will replace the complete line. Now I want to replace wherever change is there with what I will do, some escape, let's say change with escape percentage. So everywhere that will be changed with escape. Next, change the line. So for this what I have to do, go and do CC. Change all words with the same name. So for that what I will do, this one. So I have to use this. G old name, SS new name, G. Okay. Yanking and pasting. What is yanking and pasting is without deleting a word, or line or lines, we can copy them. The process of that copying is called as anking. Now I can ank a word. What all things I can do? Yank a word, line or lines, and paste them. Now what I have to do is, let's say I want to ank itself. Go to the beginning of word, YW. Okay. Now I want to paste here, P. So wherever you want to paste, you go there. Let's say I want to yank complete line. This whole lines, line number 66, I want to yank WYY. So for word, do what? YW. For line, YY. Multiple lines, Y2, YN. N means N plus 1 lines will be copied. Lines will be copied. I'm done. Making a function for repetitive operations. So these basic things you can try. Let's understand how to make a function for repetitive operation. Let's say in the beginning of every line, at the end of every line, I want to add a colon. What I have to do is at every line I want to add colon or something, colon, comment, something like that I want to do. For that I can use something called as function. To use a function, what you have to do is press Q in escape mode. Actually Q and A means recording will happen to A. Now do one iteration of what you want to do. Once you are done, Once done, Q, then press again, Q. So now let us see how it does. Then in escape mode, map Q map $3 at the rate of A. In this case, I used A. Let's say you want to map it to B, you want to make another function. This is called as, so now if you want to do this above iteration, 10 times, you just press 10 3. So 10 times that operation will happen. I can do multiple mappings. We can do multiple mappings by using QB map 4 to B. To unmap, just say unmap 3 or unmap 4. So it will be normal after that. Now let us say I want to add every line at the end, I want to add some comment, slash comment, QA. Go to the end of line. Some comment added. Then again I went to the beginning of line. I have quit. By doing Q, quit. You see it was showing recording before, now it doesn't show. Now map 3 at the rate A. It need not be 3, you can use 9 also. Let's say I want to do this operation 10 times. 109 I'm pressing. So 109, every time you see comment comes here. Again, let's say I want to do 20 times. 29. Everywhere 9 comes. Again, let's say I want to do 20 times. 29. Like this we can do. So I want to do undo, we can do undo. This is how we can do. So I hope it will be useful to you. Now how we can use this mapping? We can, let's say we are connecting module top. Just an example. I'm instantiating top as something. Top dut. I have various signals like dot clock, dot reset, dot address. There are hundreds of signals. I want to, ideally I would want to add clock everywhere like this. Interface dot clock or something. Now I can use this thing to do it. I'll do what? I'll come here, do QA, go back, then control P I have to search. If I do control P, it gives me whatever names start with whatever you pressed. Let's say I didn't have anything. Let's say I pressed C and I want to search every word that is in this files which is starting with this word. Control P. So I can use the cursor to, the up and down arrows to do it. I have done it. Now what I have to do is, again I have to go to this beginning of line. Then stop recording. It is recording now. Q. Map 3 at the rate A. 3 3. In this case I did some mistake, because of that it came clock, but again we can redo it. What I need to do is, let's see again. Go QA, E, this one, okay, this one, this finished. Go to beginning, again come to this, Q, map 3 at the rate A. Now 3, so it comes. Once I press 3, one time it will happen. If I press 10 times 3, 10 times it will happen. To undo, you do this way. To repeat, you do Control R. Control R to repeat to do whatever you undid. To repeat, you do Control R. To undo, you do. Okay. I hope it's useful. You can practice this.
Can you please explain?
Let's say I have system verilog, and A system verilog. SV labs, memory controller, SV labs, AXLAB, AXS, there is there. There is this ports are there. I want to basically instantiate this in the design, in the test bench. So for that, what I generally do, I'll instantiate, copy paste these lines. How many lines are there? Set number 45 lines are there. I'll copy these 45 lines, and Y44 I did. I pasted by doing P. Now what I would do, this I will do. This is a common thing. I'll name it as DUT. Now, everywhere, wherever input is there, I want to remove that. First go there, do what? Shift to star. Shift to star will search it. Basically star, not shift star, star. Shift 8 is star. I want to replace input everywhere. Or I want to bring this into what I want to do is, I should basically bring it to this kind of connection. This should be removed. I should put a dot. I should put VIF dot A clock. This is what I want to do. This is the operation I want to do. So one time I will do this operation. What I will do? QA N DW insert E VIF dot. Okay. Next Q. Done. Recorded. One iteration is recorded. Map this to the some operation. Map to some number. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. So it comes wrongly for this because there is a brackets. If there were uniform format, it would have come properly. Those things also we can handle. What we can do for those is, now let's say I want to handle these things. Again, you make a function. QA next. Do delete. I think it didn't go well. Do undo. What I will do is cancel the recording, do QA, next, go to the end of line, go back, D0, delete, VIF, this one. That finishes it. I think some mistake. QA, next I went, I go to the end, go back, DC0 dot, go to the end, VIF dot, this one, Q, completed, map. Now you see everything comes. Whether it doesn't matter whether it's single or double, it will come.
So Q is the end of the recording.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Now same thing I can do for output also. Very simple. Same thing I can do for output also.
Okay.
Again, I just search for output. Again, do 3, 3, 3. That's all.
Okay.
So again, let's say I want to do again for input because some inputs I didn't do. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. That's all. So now you see, it's so easy to connect.
Yes.
So again, let's say some outputs are pending. I want to do 3, 3, 3. That's all. Let's say everywhere you want to add space like this. I want to move. Again, what you do? You come up here. You do the operation. Escape. Insert. Tab. Tab means moves by one tab. Then again come to the beginning of next line. Where you want to start the operation, you again come back. Q. Map 3.
What 3 indicates?
We are mapping that operation to 3. Number 3, if you do that, iteration will happen. Something missed. QA, insert, escape, come to the beginning, Q, map 3A. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So let's, I hope you practice these things from your side.
Yes.
You'll understand this. Okay.